Praise the Lord. Good morning. Can't find my favorite horn rim glasses. In the military, we call them birth control. If you've been in the military and they gave you some of those thick horn rim glasses, we called them birth control because that meant that no one was going to give you any action. But you'd be surprised how many they said men would not make passes at girls that wear glasses. And I remember saying that to a young lady when I was stationed in Darmstadt, and she said, we just take the glasses off. So I took my glasses off, but no one still made a pass at me, thank God. Yeah, I couldn't find my glasses this morning. I lost them, but I'm reminded of something my mom said to my oldest sister one time. She kept talking about, I done lost my mind over this man. I done lost my mind over this divorce. I done lost my mind over this mortgage. So my mom was getting kind of miffed. You could see it because she kept readjusting herself in her chair. And finally she said, well, I tell you what, when you lose your mind, you better remember where you lost it at and go back and get it. And man, I was like, wow. If you lost your mind in alcohol, you better go back and get it. If you lost your mind in drugs or dope or prescription pills or cocaine, powder, meth, whatever, ecstasy, you better go back and get it. If you lost your mind in a bad relationship or in the streets, if you lost your mind in arguing and fussing and fighting, if you lost your mind, you've been dealing with a male or female fool for many moons, and you've been arguing and fussing and fighting, and nothing has seemed to change. You better remember where you lost your mind and go back and get it. As I leave this alone, you need your mind. I need my mind. And guard your heart, for out of it flows the issues of life. When my twin sister was disconnected from life support, January 29th, 2004, and we disconnected around 6:30. And my brother-in-law called me and talked about how my mom and my sisters were giving him hell about disconnecting her from life support. And he said, brother-in-law, I don't want my wife to leave back there, organs dying and body busting open. I just want to disconnect her and let her go on to glory. And your mom and your sisters are giving me hell about the decision that I have to make. And I want to know how you feel. So I started weeping. And I just told him the truth. I said, brother, that's your wife and my twin sister, but you have precedence. You have all the decision-making power. And whatever you decide to do, we'll pray and we'll go on about our business. And so we prayed and cried a little bit longer. And around 6:30 that night, they disconnected her from life support. My twin sister, she was 9 minutes older than me, and she passed away in less than an hour. And I tell you what, it took every ounce of strength I had not to lose my mind. We've lost family members. We've lost our way, lost weight, lost jobs, lost good people, lost children, lost mom and dad. But if it wasn't for the goodness of God in our hearts and mind and in our life, the believer's Father is our Father, where would we be? So when you lose your mind, man, you better remember where you put it, where you lost it, who you lost it with, the locale, the location, the household, the address, the residence. You better remember where you lost your mind, because when you're brain dead, they disconnect you. And Sherry was brain dead. When you're heart dead, you got a chance of a defibrillation or AED or 15 breaths and 2 compressions. When you're brain dead, they disconnect you. When you're brain dead, they say you're crazy. When you're brain dead, your headquarters is blown up. When you're brain dead, you cannot take any type of commands from the central nervous system. When you're brain dead, you can't make the right decision. You have no brain power, and the mind is willing oftentimes, but the flesh ain't. So, and vice versa. As I leave this alone, so we have to understand that sometimes the flesh is willing, but the mind ain't willing. The mind is willing, the flesh won't agree. The heart and mind have to be on speaking terms. When you lose your mind, go back and get your mind and go forward. Because said person has caused you to throw your own mind and character and the way you conduct yourself away. As I leave this alone. So my mom would say all the time, stop saying you done lost your mind, because you better remember where you put it or where you lost it at, because you're going to need it. As I leave this alone. So guard your heart and guard your mind, and this is how you guard your mind. Don't respond to everything. Don't let nobody verbally abuse you and cuss you out, and then they want a kiss or a hand hold. You didn't cuss me out and think you're going to hold my hand. You be better off holding a mannequin's hand, because you won't hold this man's hand again. As I leave this alone. Guard your heart. Guard your mind. I had to go try to find my horn rim glasses. I like these, but the little nose piece irritate my nose sometimes. They haven't thus far. So I'll find them. I done put them up high somewhere. One time I was looking for my glasses. I walk around the house looking for them. They was on my head the whole time. Some of y'all done that. Guard your heart. Guard your mind. Remember where you lost your mind. And as I pray that I remember where I lost my glasses or misplaced them. Peace. Happy day.